It was a bright and sunny morning, the kind of morning that promises adventure and excitement. Detective Max was drinking his tea, savoring every sip as he enjoyed the peaceful start to his day. Tessa was checking her gadgets, making sure everything was in perfect working order for any unexpected events. Benny the rookie was munching on a donut, his favorite jelly-filled treat. He was in his own world, enjoying the delicious snack.
Yummy, this is the best donut ever.
Benny smiled, his face lighting up with joy, but suddenly his expression changed, his face fell.
It's gone, my donut is gone!
His donut was missing. The plate that once held his precious treat was now empty.
Missing? How could that be?
Max raised an eyebrow, intrigued by the sudden mystery.
How can a donut go missing? This doesn't make any sense.
Tessa put on her detective hat, ready to solve the mystery.
Every case is important, Max. We need to find out what happened,
she said with determination in her voice. Benny pointed at the empty box, his eyes wide with disbelief.
It was the last jelly donut. I can't believe it's gone.
Max sighed, realizing this was going to be a tricky case.
All right, team, let's solve the case of the missing donut. We need to gather clues and find the culprit.
First stop, the scene of the crime. We need to inspect every inch of the area, Max declared. They rushed to their trusty car, ready for the adventure ahead. Benny was still sad about his donut, but he knew he had to stay strong.
Don't worry, Benny. We'll find the culprit. We won't rest until we solve this mystery.
The bakery was bustling with people, a lively scene of chatter and clinking dishes. The smell of fresh bread filled the air, mingling with the sweet aroma of pastries. Max, with a determined look, showed his badge to the baker.
We're investigating a missing donut. Have you seen anything unusual?
The baker, a plump man with a flour-dusted apron, looked puzzled.
A missing donut? That's terrible. I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary.
He led them to the donut display. It was almost empty with only a few crumbs left.
Only one sprinkled donut left. This must be the thief's favorite. The thief had a sweet tooth, that's for sure.
Tessa, always observant, found tiny crumbs on the floor.
These weren't here before. They must be from the missing donut,
she exclaimed, her eyes wide with excitement. The crumbs formed a trail, leading out of the bakery and into the street.
Let's follow them. We might catch the thief.
Benny shouted, excited and eager to solve the mystery. They followed the trail down the street, their hearts pounding with anticipation. It led them to a shady alleyway. Max cautiously peeked inside, ready for anything. The alley was dark and mysterious. Max, Tessa, and Benny tiptoed inside. They could hear a rustling sound.
Someone's there,
Max whispered. They saw a figure huddled in a corner. The figure was munching on something.
Aha! Caught you red-handed!
They shone their flashlights on the figure. It was a raccoon. The raccoon looked up, startled. It had frosting smeared all over its face.
It was the raccoon! He ate my donut!
The raccoon looked at them with wide eyes. Then, it did something unexpected. It started to speak. Please don't arrest me. I'm not a bad raccoon. I was just hungry. Max, Tessa, and Benny were stunned. A talking raccoon!
Why were you eating that donut?
I have a family to feed. We live in the park and it's hard to find food.
It's true, there was only one jelly donut left.
We won't arrest you, but you shouldn't steal.
Suddenly a voice boomed from behind them.
Hold it right there!
They turned around to see Mr. Pudding, the owner of the bakery. He had a mischievous glint in his eye.
Mr. Pudding, what's going on? Why is there a raccoon here?
I believe this little raccoon found my secret stash of donuts. He has quite the sweet tooth, just like me. I may have left a trail of crumbs on purpose. I thought it would be fun to see if anyone could follow it.
He's right, these are the best donuts ever. I can't believe a raccoon found them first. It turned out Mr. Pudding set up the whole thing. He wanted to create a little mystery for the young detectives. He wanted to give the raccoon a treat and have some fun with the detectives. It was all part of his plan to make their day more exciting. Max, Tessa, and Benny burst into laughter. Benny was happy. They couldn't believe they had been tricked by Mr. Pudding and a raccoon. Benny realized it wasn't a real case after all. It was just a fun game set up by Mr. Pudding. They all returned to the bakery, still giggling about the day's events. Mr. Pudding gave Benny a whole box of donuts as a reward for being such a good sport.
Sorry for the scare, young man. I just wanted to add a little excitement to your day.
Benny's smile returned. He was thrilled with the unexpected adventure and the delicious donuts. Back at the office, they enjoyed the donuts and laughed about the talking raccoon. It was a story they would tell for years to come. It was a case they wouldn't forget. The day Mr. Pudding and a raccoon turned their detective work into a delightful adventure.